Hello and welcome back. Today, as you may already see up there, we are going to look at advertising. We're going to look at Google AdSense. There's a lot of similar things. We mentioned Bing actually yesterday. They have some similar advertising. Facebook, Twitter, social sites, somewhat the same, but definitely different enough that it's worth looking at them separately. We're focusing more on search engine type ads for now. So what we want to do is we're going to start off, we go to adsense.google.com, and I'm going to sign up for this guy. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get those. I'm going to give them my territory. Pretty simple to get it going, and this, as far as just getting your initial registration. Now, once you get registered, they're going to walk you through it. So it's going to be an individual, name and address. So you're going to enter in your information. This is, let's see, payment information will come after this. So first, we'll go ahead and enter address and phone number. Now, it's important to note that you should have provided a email or phone number. The phone number, they actually send you a verification text. So if you jumped ahead to this a little bit, then please make sure that's going to be coming. Have your phone with you. And once you're done with that, once you're verified, then they're going to connect you to AdSense. And basically all you have to do is you can do this copy code. You're going to put it between the head tags. So I'm going to paste it into my site. This is a tad tricky. So what we're going to do is we're going to be able to take this and we're going to shove it into our site. This is to actually, so we can actually go to add rotate, which makes it very easy. And I don't want to rate it. I want to get rid of a couple of those boxes there. I'm going to go into an advert. And I'm going to take those two and delete them. I'm going to create one, which I need to start by, oh, here we go, add new. This is going to be Google AdSense. I'm going to put my code in here. We go ahead and enable statistics, start date, and end date. That's good enough. I could probably run this out to as far as I want to, but I'm going to save the advertisement. So now I've got that one going. And then I'm going to go, oh, I don't want that. So I have my advertisement. Now what I need to do is set it. So what I want to do is, I think we will, oh, I don't need stats. I don't need targeting because we're going to leave that here. These are my advertisers. Let's see, got that, no problem there. Roles I don't have to worry about, miscellaneous and maintenance. So now what I'm going to do, actually I want to put it in my menu. So if I go to, actually if I go to widgets, what I will do is find, actually I'm going to make it even simpler. Instead of doing it there, out here on the sidebar, let's just make it really simple. I could do it, well I can do add rotate. So let me put, right under search, I'm going to put add rotate. And let's do our supporters as the title. And I can use whichever one I want here. So I want the ID of the group. Let me save it. And I think if we look at it now, let's open a link in a new tab. Yeah, see, I've got add my ID. My group happens to be, if I go to add rotate, Actually, I don't have a group. I've just got an advert, and his ID is 3. I don't know where they put it down here, but it is up here, so I can see it's add 3. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to back to my widgets. I'm going to configure this guy to use advert ID 3. I could also just go in and do a straight text. Actually, let me do that. If I'm going to put that on the bottom. Whoops, I don't want to have a WooCommerce sidebar. I don't want that at all. But I do want is text at the bottom. And this is going to be this. Oh, I want it here, which is what he wanted because I want it in the text. There. Another ad. I'm not sure it's going to display both of them because Google doesn't like stuff on the same page. But whoop, if we go back here, we should see. See, now it hasn't linked anything because it hasn't activated. Otherwise, what I would see would be a Google ad along the lines of, well, I don't have one on any sites right now, I don't think. Let me see. Yeah, so here, you'd see something like this. It's going to display some sort of Google ad, but you have to be connected and activated. Right now we haven't because we haven't actually gone through the process of being accepted yet. It's going to talk to me about activating, but it's not quite. So if I say I've pasted code in my site, yeah, here we go. They're going to do it. They're going to review it. Usually takes up to 3 days. They may or may not get it. That's why one of the things you definitely want to do is make sure that you've got some blog posts going out. At least have 2 or 3, something to make it look like this is a real site to them. This is something that's worth putting it out there. The other thing you may want to do is hold off on actually connecting to AdSense until later. But eventually what will happen is you'll get your AdSense stuff going. You'll get some clicks on your site. And depending on how they do it, you'll start generating a little bit of revenue. It may be, maybe 20 cents here or $1 there or something like that. But as people click on the site, click through on advertisements, it's a very easy way, no cost to you, option for generating a little bit of money for your site. Hopefully enough at some point, if you can even generate 10 or $20 a month, then that would be awesome because then you can essentially pay for the hosting of your site. So once you do have you've been submitted and okayed by Google, you'll be able to set up ads essentially for your site. This is so that they look appropriate. What you'll do is you'll come in, you'll create a new ad unit, and it's going to tell you, it's going to walk you through stuff. So let's say I want to do a in-article ad, so something that's going to fit seamlessly into my paragraph. Let's just start with this one. Actually, let's do text and display ads. You'll see that you can do it within a news feed and RSL within articles. Those are very useful, but for now, we're going to keep it simple. And what it allows you to do is pick the size. See here, you can do like a banner, bottom or top. You can do a rectangular one. You can do a skyscraper. That's what I showed you from the other one. Depending on how you do that, then you can do text and display or text only. I'm going to do both. The ad style, you can give it some colors. So I can give it anything that's going to give you some basic look to it to make that can match your look and feel of your site. You can set up and do custom channels if you want to do that, but we don't have to worry about that. And if no ads available, we're going to do collapse the ad unit. Actually, what you could do is you could just show another URL to show an ad from somewhere else. So if I save and get the code, this is going to be test 1. Then what I'm going to see is it's going to be updated code for what we just put into our site. This is going to allow us something that's going to be a little more a little less generic than what we put into our site initially here. And you can set it up to be synchronous or asynchronous. You can look into that kind of stuff here. It's going to tell you how that works. It has to do with page speed and whether it's going to update or not. You've got a couple little guides and things like that. But at the end of the day, you don't have to do too much. I would just say copy that, paste it into your site, and then you're going to see it going. It'll show up there, and it's going to show you when it's last edited, and then you could actually see if it's what its status is, and you can get a report on it. So you can see based on how you've got set ads, how many impressions, how many clicks, all that kind of good stuff. So that will get you started. Like I said, it should be a day or two, but once you've got it done, you should be ready to go, and you start seeing some ads pop up. And so let us know how it goes for you. That will wrap it up for today. Tomorrow we'll come back. We'll continue to dive into our website. Until then, have yourself a great one, and we will talk to you tomorrow.